Alright, I'm Josh, this is Alex, we're at CFBB, and today we're going to teach you guys some of the fundamentals to the air squat. Alright, the air squat is one of the foundational movements of CrossFit and absolutely essential to developing the more intricate movements later on in CrossFit. The front squat, thruster, back squat, wall ball, and several other movements. Alright, so first we're going to go over foot placement in the squat. So, we're going to talk about width. So the first thing I want to see is Alex put her feet right outside of her hips. Alright, we say under the shoulders. Everybody's a little bit different. We'll find out if it's right for you whenever we go down. But most everybody's right outside their hips, right underneath their shoulders. The next thing is we want to have her cant her toes out anywhere from about 5 to 15 degrees. Alright, all this is going to do is help guide the knee out as she descends to keep the knee tracking over the toes. We don't want to see the knees roll in, which is actually a pretty common occurrence and one of the first things that we want to fix. We want to see this knee kind of stay toward the outside of the foot or directly over the toe. Okay? The next thing I'm going to show you from the side. So Alex turns to the side. Two things about the hip. One is that it initiates the squat. So we want to see the butt unhinged. We want to see the hip unhinged as the first part of the movement. So do that, Alex. This is the first thing we want to see. Alright? The wrong thing would be, this is a hip initiated squat. The wrong thing would be a knee initiated squat, and show them what that looks like. Alright, so you can see there that the first thing that she's doing is sliding her weight forward in her knee, which is also causing all the weight to come forward on her toes. So stand back up. So now as she initiates with the hip, if you think about doing this, or if you're even trying it right now, you can feel all the weight in the heel. This is where we want it. The second thing that's important about the hip in the squat is that's how we measure the bottom of your squat. So drop all the way to the bottom of your squat. Alright, what we're looking for is that the crease in the hip here is lower than the crease in the knee here. Alright, if you drew a line here, it should go downward. Stand back up. Alright, moving up, we want to keep the chest high. Alright, so if she had a wall right here, we don't want to see her chest touch the wall. Okay, so show them a good one. Chest stays back and back up. Now show them a bad one. Would be coming way forward in the chest. This is another thing that we see in an immature squat. Okay, and sometimes it's the last thing that people fix, but we want to show you a perfect one. So back up, Alex. All right, good. Next thing is her eyes. We want her to be looking straight, maybe even slightly up. All right. What we don't want her to do is look down, because your body's going to have a tendency to follow wherever you're looking at. If she looks down, it's going to be even harder to keep that chest up. All right. So these are some of the important factors. One more would be maintaining what we call the lumbar curve, which goes into keeping the chest up. All right. So if the chest is up, you're going to have the lumbar curve. So go down with a curve in your lower back, about halfway. Stop. So this curve right here is what we're looking for. Lose it. That's what we don't want to see. And this is another super common thing that we see in the air squat. Get it back. That's what we're looking for. And back up. Good. One more fault that I don't want to see. Now if you do all these things, you will avoid these faults. But just to give you something to watch out for is as she descends, shifting her weight from her heel into her toes and her knees actually coming out past her feet. Alright, we don't want to see that either, so show them what that would look like. Sliding forward onto the toes. Alright, so her hips low, she's got the lumbar curve, and the chest is up, but her heels are up off the ground. Alright, we don't want that either. So put them back down, and back up. Good. So this is what a good squat looks like from the side, slowly. And up. And from the front. And up. Good. And from the back. This one's for me. Good. Thanks for watching. Hope it helps.